Going camping at the end of the world. This is another Internet Historia video, and I'm sure it's going to be hilarious. So let's get started. I'm ready to jump in.
Oh baby, look at the size of that sponsor.
Already.
Just relax.
Already silly.
Everything's totally serene.
Ooh, it's nice.
You're floating through a cloud. The sun is warm on your The end is nigh.
Oh, no.
A prophecy has been foretold. The rapture is coming. And we have the specific date.
It wasn't
Soon
2012, was
the
it?
believers will rise and the impure will be
Y'all
left
remember
below.
2012?
So repent.
I think I was in high school. No, I know I was in high school. It was just a normal day. I remember that.
Sinner. Repent. Get your affairs in
It was so
order.
silly.
Take your preparation H. That's preparation for heaven. Because the world will officially end on May 21st, 2011.
What? There was one in 2011?
what?
I don't know this.
May 21, there's going to be a terrific earthquake, way greater than
Oh my
anything
God.
the Earth has ever experienced, and that'll be the beginning of Judgment Day.
I always wonder what people do after they survive this. Like, do they just feel so bad and embarrassed?
In late 2010, a campaign was launched to save some souls. They suited up, took to the streets. But it was more than just placards and flyers. Soon they were joined by a caravan of 5 RVs roaming the country, spreading the good word about the rapture.
Really?
Thousands of people took it seriously. Many began selling their possessions. They were maxing out credit
No.
cards.
They
Taking on
really
debt.
believed it.
Even the news picked up on it.
The end is near.
Advertising was put on bus stops, in subways. A big expensive billboard was put up. Then another.
It's a
Then
lot of
another.
money.
Then 5,000 more. In fact, this quickly became the most expensive single event advertising campaign.
Oh my God.
ever,
They must have
totaling
made a
over
lot of money.
$100 million just to tell people about a rapture on May 21st, 2011. How the heck did this happen?
What a waste.
Harold Camping.
I'm not blaming him. I don't care what he says right
So who
now.
is
It's not his fault. It's people who believed it and went so far to, in the 5 buses across the country type thing. Yeah, it's their
this
fault.
hardcore
It's not his
gangster
fault.
rapturist, Harold Camping? He was one of the biggest figures in Christian media. He had a show, Open Forum,
I don't know
hosted by his
him.
company, Family Radio. In 2010, it was a media empire
Oh no.
worth over $70 million. His message went out
70?
on over 200 radio stations across the United States and many more around the world. His listenership? Millions. And when he says the world will end, a decent-sized contingent believed it. Now, hold on. I can see the comment section filling up with edgy atheists and skeptics already. Listen, at first I also didn't believe Mr. Camping. I get it. There have been many people to predict the rapture before.
I mean, it's
and get
past
it wrong.
2011, so.
But wait, give him a chance.
I looked at all the scientific data I could find, like carbon-14 dating or potassium-argon dating.
This time,
Science.
it's different.
It's science,
Camping is
guys.
coming at you with irrefutable evidence of the rapture because he's using math.
Oh, sorry,
This
I'm
is not
corrected.
just-
It's
this is
math.
actually how he calculated the rapture. So, Jesus died on April 1st, 33 AD.
Oh, God.
Now take the year 2011. That's a difference of 1,978. We times that by 365.2422, and that gives you the number of days it's been since that, including leap years. That equals 722,449. Now keep that number in mind. Keep it in your head. Atonement. Now that's 5. Completeness. That's
no.
10. And heaven is 17. Now we times them all together. And look at this. 850. Then we square that. And that's 722,500. A difference of 51. 51 days plus April 1st, 2011 equals May 21st, 2011.
No freaking way.
You did it, Mr. Camping. You've cracked the code.
I can see why everyone believed him, or a lot of people believed him, because they didn't want to deal with that math equation. Wow, what was that?
Needless to say, his skeptics were left destroyed by
Ben,
facts and
there's a
logic.
lot of people there.
Even the ones who pointed out that he predicted the rapture once before in 1994 in a Louis
Oh,
Theroux
no.
documentary.
1994 will be the last day of the final tribulation period.
But shut up. He's got more to say than just the date. My boy is about to tell you how the whole thing is gonna go down. So God's gonna snatch up all the good
The scary
boys,
part.
about 200 million of us. Everyone else? Pets? Even the cute ones. So dudes, you're getting
Aw.
left behind. Then at 6 p.m. exactly on Christmas Island, earthquakes are gonna start doodling all over the place.
Christmas
rolling their
Island?
way across the earth, taking out almost
Why
everyone
there?
at exactly 6 p.m. according to their time zone. Those earthquakes will then trigger gigantic tsunamis, 10 kilometers tall, and go as far inland as Colorado.
Okay.
Every soul left behind will be forever damned, eventually to go straight down to heck.
Which is in the earth?
Now, let's not go lumping everyone in. Most Christian groups did not believe in Harold
Oh, sure.
Camping's
Yeah,
teaching.
that's true. Yeah,
In fact,
I'm sure.
most Christian groups don't believe in predicting the rapture at all. And
Oh,
even
really?
consider it a sin.
I did not know that.
36 specifically says that no man can know the day or the hour. So to try and guess at it would be to go against Scripture. Accordingly, Protestant and Catholic groups denounce
Hmm. Probably for the
Mr.
best.
Camping's claims.
May 21st, he's a follower of Harold Camping. The scriptures do not teach that. No man knows the day or the hour.
In fact, even Camping's
Wow.
own producer at Family Radio said it was a bad idea. But that didn't stop Mr. Camping. He saw the big churches as corrupt anyway, so he ignored them and continued charging forward with his prediction.
But
There's
you're the
just
owner.
No reason in the world, no possibility that it will not happen.
And so did his followers.
97% of the people
Like I said, this is not his fault. There are going to be crazy people saying anything. We don't have to listen. This dude right here does not have to be out talking about this and spreading it. What did he do after the date happened? He's on camera now forever talking about this. How embarrassing.
Do you think this thing is getting blown up too much in the media and elsewhere?
Not if they believe it.
Before we go on, two important details. Number one, Family Radio receives most of its funding.
Wait a minute. I just have a question. Okay, let's say the rapture was 5/21/2011. What does that matter? Like why is he telling people this? You know what I'm saying? Did anyone ever think of why is he telling anyone this at all? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. He's probably doing it for money,
through
as we
donations,
see on this picture right
bequests,
here.
Ads, merchandise, and sponsors, but mostly just donations.
Mm-hmm.
2. Family Radio was established in 1959, Camping as the owner and CEO, but there are two other chairmen on board to keep him in check. Or at least there were.
That profile photo.
Unfortunately, in recent years, those other chairmen were getting quite old and sick and having a tougher and tougher time telling Camping no to poor decision making. So by 2010, Camping effectively had free reign over the
But there was no
company.
plan for that?
Free reign over its messaging, free reign over its audience, and free reign over the spending. And he started spending like the world was going to end.
Ugh,
The
no.
media soon picked up on the ubiquitous advertising, and the words
Like why?
spread
Yeah,
further.
that's what I'm saying. Why are you advertising? Why are you spending so much money on advertising? Like that's weird, right? It means he wants something out of it.
This, in turn, encouraged more advertising, and in turn more media interest, so things were snowballing. By early May, everyone was talking about the rapture. The search term End of the World May 21st was number 2 on Google search, followed by Harold Camping, May 21st Doomsday, and May 21 Rapture also in the top 10. The traffic online was so substantial it even caused Family Radio's service to crash. Soon, it became a bit of a meme. And the internet did what it does best. On May 19th, Operation Rapture was conceived. Okay, lads. We wake up early on May 21st and throw clothes into the street. It's going to look like a bunch of people were teleported to the afterlife, and hopefully, some of them are going to freak out. Well, they had a pretty good turnout, but it doesn't seem like anyone fell for it.
It's totally a joke.
It seems like no one showed up for the pre-rapture orgy organized on Facebook either. Although maybe that's because the location was a bit vague. But best of all was an event organized by the Phenomenauts. They got people together in the middle of town and filled a bunch of sex dolls with helium and attached them to balloons to transcend into the heavens. It was a beautiful moment, and it made a lot of us reflect.
Should have been a better person!
Oh my god.
People also tried to make some cash off the situation. They offered to buy Camping's followers' stuff on Craigslist for pennies on the dollar.
Offering to buy on Craigslist raptured people's possessions.
There was also a famous eBay auction, $100,000 post-rapture insurance for only $19.99.
Guys, I'm sorry, but that's genius. That is genius. People are so clever. How do they even...
But one startup did do quite well.
Dog sit for those called up to heaven.
Based around taking other people's pets in the event of a rapture.
Ooh, take that
and
one.
I believe they still operate today. So up next, we'll show you...
Wait, okay. I actually don't think that's that bad. Well, I mean, if it doesn't happen, you could just give them back. But it's like, these people... It's unpredictable what they're going to be. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's not a good thing.
What happened
Depends
on
what
May
they did.
21st, and what happened to all those people who truly believed. But first,
my rhymes are fly, my beats are sick, my crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is my
ad time. Who's there?
Hello.
Wait a
it's
minute.
me.
Oh my god, it's Jesus. What are you doing here?
Well, I just wanted
Really
to
just
tell you
says
that me
gamer.
and God have seen your Google search history and were very disappointed.
Oh no.
That's right, and now you're not getting into heaven, or the more exclusive
Oh my
version,
God.
Super Heaven,
This is
which
so-
features a delicious seafood buffet.
Oh no.
Yup.
Oh, how I wish I had taken the time to hide my internet viewing habits.
Well, you didn't, and now you're doomed 5 ever.
5 ever.
Has this ever happened to you? Good and
That hair? Yes, that is
Internet
that
historian to keep your
regularly.
website traffic anonymous.
All looks wholesome to me.
Plus, it also gives you region unlocking. Oh, hey, look, it's the UK's exclusive channels. And you didn't even pay a telly license. Oi, stop that. That'll be £52
Wait,
9
you have to
threepence. Too
pay?
late, copper.
What?
I've Brexited to Australia now, a place where no law can touch me. How much would you pay for this service? $1 billion? Literally gazillions? Not today. Get 75% off 3-year plan at nordvpn.com/internethistorian and use code internethistorian
Big
to
discount.
get a free extra month, which includes unlimited data, ultra fast speeds, region unlocking in all these places. Also, a map of the world, which is useful for things such as geography.
Wow, that's so good I might even get code Internet Historian NordVPN myself.
Yes, Jesus, I think that would be a good idea.
Ha 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 ha.
Ad over. Before we go on with Mr. Camping, I
No
want to point
blasphemy.
out 2 other predictions. In 1806, Mary Bateman also predicted doomsday. Through a chicken.
What
It
is
was
up with these
dubbed the
people?
prophet hen of Leeds, because it started laying eggs with the message, Christ is coming, marked onto them. Amazing. And it all appeared legit. Locals saw the hen lay eggs with the message already written onto them. Can't fake that. Oh my god, people
Yes,
said,
you
and
can.
many more flocked to the area to pray. Well, On inspection of the eggs, it was soon figured out what was going on. Mary Bateman had used a corrosive substance to etch into the egg, and then, a couple of minutes before everyone would gather around to watch the chicken lay, Mary would... Come on, man, it's not funny. She was an interesting character, though. Claimed to be a witch, poisoned a couple that same year with a deadly pudding.
Oh,
She was later tried and hanged in 1809.
I remember
Strips
that
of
part in
skin from the
Skyrim.
corpse were tanned and sold as magic charms to ward off evil spirits. What the fuck am I reading? Also, shout out to 2012. Remember that one?
As December 21st,
I do,
2012
actually.
marks the end of the world.
Well, we came because it's the end of the world tomorrow, and we thought we'd better pop in here because apparently this place will be saved.
With accents like those, you would hope they'd be the first to go come the apocalypse.
Okay, let's get on with it. Let's take a closer look at some of the people who followed camping. Take Robert Fitzpatrick, 60, former government employee.
I had plans
Seriously?
after I retired, but I put them all aside. I feel as if I've been drafted.
He took almost all of his life savings, $140,000, to have 3,000 posters put up in New York City subways and bus stops.
You
not going to tell you down
didn't.
to my last penny, but you know, it's a good chunk of what I.
See, like, again, I'm saying, what does he gain from doing that? Why is he putting up posters? Who cares? It doesn't matter. The world's ending. Like,
Does it matter if you're down to your last penny, if the doomsday is coming?
No, it doesn't.
And he's not the only one.
Ugh.
According to the LA Times, the Bauer family hopped in their minivan and drove across the country to see all of the big landmarks before it was too late, racking up thousands of dollars in credit card debt in the process.
I was about to say, oh, well, you know what? That's not so bad. At least you got to see the country and do fun stuff. But wait, this is bad.
They really believed they were going to die. Worse still, the Ramsey family. The father quit his job. So did his mum. His younger brother quit high school. And his wife Marcia thought she was never going to meet her unborn child. Some of these people's lives got pretty fucked up.
Are you kidding?
The day is here. It's rapture time. Here we go. Oh Lord, I'm ready. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a rapture. Watch me, guys. Mr. Camping spent the day at home in quiet solace and contemplation, waiting for 6 p.m.
All the way at the end of the day.
That's not what Mr. Fitzpatrick did. A confident Fitzpatrick marched into the middle of Times Square amongst a crowd of mocking bystanders, ready to prove everyone wrong.
Oh my God. Why are you doing this?
If it does not happen, what would that mean?
I wouldn't entertain that question.
You're confident.
That's what I read in the Bible.
Here it comes.
Like, why are you talking to the press? I don't
3,
understand. What?
2, 1.
And he's on camera.
Nothing happened. And then 6:01, 6:02, and by 6:03, Fitzpatrick's convictions turned to confusion. And it's pretty hard not to feel sorry for him.
I mean, no, actually, I don't. Look at all the attention he's trying to grab from doing this. I'm sorry, but like, and being so, I'm not even going to entertain that question. Like, it's just so arrogant. So it's like, okay, I'll make fun of you a little bit.
I didn't water my plants. I didn't do the dishes before I left. I didn't expect to be going back home.
He really.
But I will be going back home.
Oh
But
my
look,
God, you're
just
all
so
your
we're
money.
Clear, we're all still alive, and the rapture didn't happen.
Does he still have his house?
Camping was not in the same celebratory mood.
No.
I'm ready to shoot myself.
Oh, I was talking about the other man,
The next
Fitzpatrick.
day was a Sunday. People were crushed, confused, looking for answers. They showed up at Camping's church expecting to see him, but someone else was holding the congregation. Instead, Camping spent the day holed up in his house.
Give me a day. No interviews at all today.
But I'm wondering how you feel today about your prediction.
Well, I'm bewildered. I'm very bewildered, and that's all I can say right now.
On Monday, he appeared on his program. But this time, no open forum. But what he did have was a whole bunch of rationalizations. In fact, your boy was doubling down with another prediction. October 21st, 2011.
No.
And this is it. And it will continue right up until October 21, 2011. And at that time, the whole world will be destroyed.
Please tell me
I know
no
what
one
you're
listened to
gonna say,
him.
And okay, maybe he got it slightly wrong.
Slightly?
This time he has irrefutable proof of the rapture.
Ugh.
Using math. Again. So camping took May 21st. Then he looked in the book of John, which states they caught 153 fish. So, at 153 days to May 21st.
There's no way. How much money did he make off of this? Because that's what it comes down to. How much money did he make off of this?
Making the new rapture October 21st. How can you argue? It's flawless. Yes, Mr. Camping. Add the fish number.
Which came from
You've
nowhere.
Got it this time. On Tuesday, he opened the phones on his radio show, and it was the first time that his show was ever exciting to watch.
Why didn't the rapture happen on May 21st? Don't cut me off yet. And why do you believe so much on it's going to happen?
Why would you
5 months? You're really pathetic. You know, I wasted all my money, and I sent it to you, and I don't have nothing.
Why would you take calls?
You understand? I wish I could see you face to face. I'd smack you right in the...
What say you now? Calling names doesn't help anything.
After that, viewership steadily declined. Now, after his prediction for October 21st...
Why would you
the
take
media
a
asked
call
him,
from viewers after this?
Cocaine.
No, they asked him
Will you dissolve the company in October?
his response.
I am...
That's a good question. Actually, that's a great... Yeah. Because of course this wasn't real. But like, yeah, are you gonna get rid of all of your stuff? Like everyone else did?
CEO. I'm a servant of God working here, and God is the CEO. We looked.
Are you gonna quit your job?
He has 1,000 ways of getting
He's
me
lying.
out of here. We have to leave that question with the Lord, not with you or with me. That's not our business. That's God's business.
And how prescient. Because
Yeah, well,
later,
and according to a lot of Christian groups, the rapture's none of your business either.
he had a
Whatever.
stroke. I do hope he gets the message. But he didn't. A month later, he was back to doing his show.
Oh.
And he pressed on with his new prediction.
No.
By October 16th, though, he came to his
5
senses.
days.
He admitted that no man could know exactly when the rapture would happen, and made no statement when October 21st came and went.
Okay.
Finally, on November 1st,
Progress.
he retired from his leadership position at Family Radio.
Oh.
Just under 2 years later, he was dead. The result of complications from a fall at his home. It wasn't me, it was him. Look at him. Get him. But look, I don't want to be too harsh. He was a flawed man. He messed up some people's lives. But in
More
the
than
end,
once.
He confessed his mistakes too.
I was totally convinced, totally convicted of it, but I was wrong. I was wrong. I have sinned.
I think
That's nice and all, but like, did you have to wait until like so many people's lives were screwed up? And he did it in 1994 too. Okay, he says, I think he truly believed the rapture was coming. I guess that's fine. But like, always, we should never listen to a person just because they say that. So
he truly believed the rapture was coming. This wasn't one.
maybe
big
he
Christian.
did.
And
But he
everyone
made a
just
lot of
kinda
money.
got swept up in the excitement of it all. So let's put a bow on it with what happened to Family Radio.
Yes.
During the Rapture campaign, Family Radio raised a lot of money.
There it
but
is.
not as much as they spent. As well as draining their funds,
Ooh.
they sold off important radio stations to pay for a lot of the advertising.
Oh,
In the
wow.
process, they greatly tarnished their reputation.
Maybe he really
They were
did believe
bringing in
it.
scores of millions in revenue in 2011, but by 2012, it was down to single-digit millions. Now, this is still a substantial amount.
But I mean, not,
Consider their
yeah.
operating costs were $26 million per year. And they couldn't rely on donations to make up the windfall because goodwill had dried up.
Yeah.
Now, with fewer radio stations and a shrinking reach,
I'm sure people were
they moved
happy.
to distance themselves from camping and his baggage. Shows from mainstream Christian groups that Harold pronounced as corrupt were brought into the programming schedule. They announced they would no longer air the teachings of Mr. Camping.
You know what probably happened? They probably like forced him out somehow. They probably like shoved him out the door somehow.
And finally,
before 21st.
on their website, they removed the archives of Mr. Camping's audio recordings.
Wow.
Okay, I've kind of bummed everyone out, but that's the end of the story. I've got nothing else to say. So here's a whole bunch of weird Baroque and Renaissance paintings.
Help.
I feel
me.
better already.
Mom warning me not to fill up before dinner. Me.
Well, time to breastfeed again.
Put me down. I'm 45 years old.
That's good. That's all looking good. God damn it. You're not supposed to look straight at the camera.
Hey, did you pay for that cross?
Yes.
Here, have another bloody me.
Yeah, this is Joseph's kid, Craig. He likes grapes.
It's true. I do. Wait, there's a mosquito.
Thanks.
My new son. He is so beautiful.
Also, previous video. Jeff the Killer, Sonic High School next week, NordVPN.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Previous video.
Previous video.
Jeff the Killer.
The killer. He always puts this man in his video, like just
Sonic High School next week.
Sonic High School. I don't know. Maybe I'll check them out. Well, that was hilarious as usual. I almost feel bad for these people, but no, not really. They were kind of just like passing along this fake message and bothering everyone with a fake rapture. And people who lost their money, I'm sorry, but that was your choice. Sorry. Was he really that convincing? I don't think so. I think he was just saying this stuff. It's not like he really brainwashed people. I mean, maybe he did. I don't even remember this happening. Not at all. I wasn't a little kid. I would have remembered if I'd seen this. I just don't know. But yeah, that was a good video as always. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to go see it for yourself. And I will see y'all in the next one.